A lot of people are trying to say that Casey's mom was quiet because she wasn't feeling Trinity. But actually, as a mom, I can tell you right now, she was using every ounce of control she had to not curse those other girls in that villa out. Because you would have to know about me. The fact that they're trying to villainize her son, separate and apart from what Casey did. This isn't justifying what Casey has done or how he's moved, but as a mom, to watch back how everyone had all this smoke, they're up in my son's face, cussing him out every time he breathes wrong, have all this smoke for him because of all this disrespect for Anaya. Meanwhile, she was exploring too at Casa, and whenever Casey would want to explore soul, Anaya wasn't having, like, we all saw what was going on. We saw how the girls are treating him disrespectfully in that villa, how they're calling him all sorts of bitches and cowards and whatever. And to have none of that smoke for Sincere, so it's only my son that needs to be held accountable for his action. Meanwhile, every man in this villa is acting like a F-boy. I would be furious. It probably is taking everything in her power not to tell her son, like, get your girl, pack your bags, let's go. Because ain't no way. As a mom, that's why she was pissed. Now, let's talk about Anaya's mom. And people are reacting about Anaya's mom saying, like, stop crying. That's Anaya's mom saying, like, girl, stand up. She's acting so much more immature than how Anaya's mom thinks she raised her. Like, I raised you to be strong and independent, and what's going on? Because she sees the criticism that Anaya's getting online is because she's moving like she's in high school. She's moving like a follower. She's affirming her daughter, and, like, I'm glad that you're being who you are and you're still being authentic and sweet, but, like, why aren't you following your gut? And I said it in a previous video that a lot of times parents will give their children the best of the best and have them grow up having everything they want and giving them all these opportunities and showing them everything the world can offer so that they could never settle for less, and think that that will translate into self-worth. And it doesn't always do that. Like, you need to do more. These children need to learn how to be able to stand on their own, defend themselves, actively fight for what's right or what's appropriate and for what they believe in, because it's just not enough. And Anaya was a D1 athlete, right? She's disciplined. She is coachable. She's smart. She's sweet. She's an excellent soldier. Anaya's the type of person you need to make sure she's in the right army, because surrounded by these girls, she's going to slip into, like, just being the good soldier for the wrong people. That makes sense. And I think that's something Anaya's mom was kind of grappling with, because she's a no-nonsense kind of woman, and I love that, and I know that. And then just watching how Anaya moves, where she just kind of agrees and goes along to get along, and that's very frustrating, because I have that in my own family, not with my children, but other family members that just agree with whatever the person you're talking to is saying, because she agreed with her mom, and then she went up to Melanie and was like, listen, I've been too soft on you. And then 2 minutes later, she's sitting with Trinity and saying, and Trinity's like, but they have such a good connection. And she's like, yeah, they do. And she's just like, just agreeing with whatever's being said. So I think her mom is struggling with that, and you only get 20 minutes with them, so she's not gonna bash her over the head with, like, why the hell are you acting like that? And she's not gonna lay into her daughter. She's going to say, hey, stop, since when are you a crier? Like, I like that you're being authentic, but, you know, you need to give your friend better advice, right? And why didn't you go with your gut? And this is where both Anaya and everybody, honestly, needs to look into the sunken cost fallacy. Just because you spent time with someone doesn't mean it's not worth letting go. Like, you're going to waste more time trying to make something work that you spent this much time, and you're going to waste that much time trying to make it work. So as far as Sincere goes, he has always claimed to be raised by a single mom. It's clear that that's his stepdad, and whatever role he played in his life, Sincere does not respect it. He says his dad was never around in his life, so he clearly has, like, the daddy issues. Sincere, everything that man said, which was great, spot on the money, went in one ear out the other. We know that Sincere does not like getting called out. He is not remorseful. He feels very entitled to get whatever he wants. And he's a comms major. He studied communications, and he knows not to argue. That's why everybody that comes out of the villa is like, he's so great, he's really such a good guy, he's really receptive. He's not receptive, he's just not argumentative. He's not finna argue with you when he's gonna go ahead and do whatever the hell he wants. So he's gonna be like, yeah, no, you're right, I feel terrible, and continue to do exactly the thing that made you feel terrible. So he's not going to change. He will never be a better person for Melanie because he doesn't have to be. He's proven that he doesn't have to be. And if Melanie thinks that he's going to be a better person outside of the villa, when he has full Wi-Fi access, meanwhile he couldn't be faithful to you when you were attached to each other at the hip 24/7, I mean, good luck, girl. But countless videos about how Melanie's destiny is to be Sincere's baby mama and try to hold status and think that that gives her status. Like, she's not learning a lesson. She's not going to learn her lesson, and her mom and her sister, it's going to draw a rift in the family. They're going to support her because they need to. Melanie is a fragile person. She's not a very strong person. I think she's headstrong and that she's going to do whatever she wants, but she does not have that personal strength. I don't know if that makes sense. There's a word I'm looking for that I can't find right now, but her mom, and I'm a Dominican woman, so I know exactly what her mom meant. Her mom again was trying not to pop off and trying not to say anything. She's like, how many times? How many times? Melanie literally said a prayer to God, saying that everything to work out, and just for her mom to come in and be like, no. So God told her no, her mom told her no, her sister told her no, everyone's telling her no, she's going to do what she wants. There is no saving her. I don't see her learning a lesson outside the villa. I don't. I see her having a baby and not learning anything until Sincere has a few babies outside of their relationship. But we'll see. Who else? Kenzie and Dylan. I love that Dylan's mom was on Kenzie's side because Dylan was doing the most, and it was very cringe, and I think his mom was even icked out by him. So good for her. She's like, Kenzie did nothing wrong. And I love that, and I love the message that Kenzie's dad sent her, and I think that's why Kenzie has such that spirit of detachment. Like, she does not cry or sweat or stress over any guy, and the minute a guy does not like her or isn't feeling her or shows like a sign of disrespect, like she was sweating Corbin for a long time, and then the minute she saw how he was acting at Casa, she immediately switched it up and got someone else. Like, she is not suffering any fools, and the rest of the girls could learn from that. And I wonder if her relationship with her dad is how she got there. I would like to know what Kata and Melanie's relationship with their fathers are, because it's crazy. Like, say what you want about how Kenzie moved, that girl stood on business and respected herself, and a lot of the girls in the villa could use some of that self-respect. But yeah, those are my takes on Family Day. Whatever, we're here, we made it. Let's wait for tonight, see who goes home.